Peace and harmony, family. Thank you so much for all of the subscribers. Thank you for everyone that has tuned into my channel, whether that's liked, commented, subscribed. I really appreciate you all. And I'm just grateful because somewhere along my videos, it's resonating with you and it's just clicking. Okay, we're clicking. But anyways, I wanted to make this video. It's gonna be a short video, but I just wanted to make this video because I am in preparation to become a wife, and I asked for this, and I realized with preparation and asking God to prep me to be the best wife that I can possibly be, whether that's learning certain skills, whether that's using my voice in a different light, whatever the case may be, whether that's praying 5 times a day, whether that's speaking life into myself, into the ones that are around me, whatever it is, I ask God to show me and to prepare me for what it is that I'm asking for. And I feel like this is for a lot of women, because I don't feel like I'm alone at all when it comes to wanting to be wife. I feel like there are a lot of women out here that still want to be wives, and they want to be good wives to their husband, but because social media is doing what it do, it may not look like that. But I believe that it is changing, or it's always been women that wanted to be wives and that wanted to learn how to be a wonderful wife. So this is part of my channel, reminding women to be better women and to be a wife. That's kind of what we're here for. Like, every other culture knows that but us, So I'm making this video because I realized when it comes to asking God to prepare you for something that you asked for, be ready for your life to change in every aspect. And the moment that we question the very thing that we ask for is when chaos starts to arise. And I realize with coming with asking for preparation to become, let's say, a wife, it's a lot of things or a lot of ideas that I had to surrender to. It's a lot of things that I had to let die off within myself in order for me to even be in the position to prepare to become a wife. And I think that part of me ended up dying. A part of me ended up shedding, and I had to sit with myself, and I'm like, okay, I was just in this position, now I'm in this position, and for a moment there I thought I lost everything. And then my good sis Jasmine Watkins, I had to say it like that because that's how she said her name. Shout out to Jasmine Watkins. And this is, first of all, God put this woman in my life for so many reasons, and one of them is to prepare to be a wife. And this book, if you have not gotten this book, because I feel like I've shared this on my platforms numerous of times, whether that's Facebook, whether that's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I feel like I've done it on here too. This book right here, it's Biblical Courtship Program, a Sacred Approach to Marriage Preparation and Family Legacy. And just talking to my good sis, she has put me on game with a lot of just the spiritual side of being a wife and the spiritual side of just being a woman when it comes to building your relationship with God and trusting in God and surrendering to what God is showing you in the time of preparation. And being a wife it requires certain skill sets. It's not just cooking and cleaning, it's organization, it's being a woman of character, of morals, it's being a woman of value. We overlook little things like a woman learning how to sew or crochet. You know how many women don't really know how to do those things? Just saying. But it's those little moments where your child or your husband could have torn something, and instead of them throwing out a shirt or going to someone else, they can just come to you. And I find that it's such a, what's the feeling? It's a certain feeling that you get that comes with that, like, oh, like it's just like joy. It's a certain joy that comes from those little things. Just like if a man is a provider, he's providing you a certain lifestyle, or he's providing for you just certain things to make your life easier. To a man, that may be fulfilling for them, but for women it looks different, and I bring that up because I'm just learning that the little small things that women do, that I guess women in today's society don't really look to as being something that's important, like organizing, bookkeeping, sewing, cooking, cleaning, just being organized. And I say organized a lot because, or even just structure. And a lot of people say that women don't have structure, but I think women do have structure. It just looks different from the structure of a man. And if a woman is, or if a wife is the woman of the house, she has to have some type of organization, and she has to have some type of structure to be able to run a house. And I learned that from my nana. And y'all gonna have to meet my nana one day. My nana's not real big on social media. She don't like to be, all on the camera, like all that. So hopefully one of these days, we're supposed to be having a sewing lesson this week, because that's what be helping me. She be helping me learn how to sew and stuff. So we're gonna have a session this week. I'm gonna see if I can record, if she's okay with that. Y'all can meet my nana. But yeah, she just runs her house a certain way. She washes clothes every 2 days, and that's Wednesday. I think she said Monday and Wednesday, or Wednesday and Friday. She don't do the weekends. She don't iron, she don't cook, she don't sew, she don't do nothing on Sunday but go to church and pretty much give her life to God. She gives her life to God every day. She prays every day, but Sunday specifically, she does nothing. It's just certain things that she has that's set up, for her. Like her laundry room looks a certain way, her kitchen looks a certain way, so it can run properly. So I think that when we talk about being a wife, instead of getting obsessed with the looks of a wedding or the aesthetics of what a marriage looks like, I think more women need to look at being a wife on a deeper scope. What are the little things that I need to prepare for so that I can be the best wife and I can produce and raise these type of children? What do I need to instill within myself that I did not learn as a child or in just my own childhood? What do I need to do as a woman to better myself in my approach in becoming a wife and preparing to really be a wife? What does that look like? How do I get that done? And if I don't know, God, send me the help that I need so that I can become the best wife, so that I can raise this next civilization, this next nation of children, instead of raise these children out here now that are lost, that are breaking into cars, that are shoplifting, that are twerking on top of cars. God, help me be the best wife that I can be, so that I can be an example for my children, and those children rub off on their peers. It's just like stuff like that be coming to my mind. Like God, how can I be prepared? How can I become more prepared as a woman to be a wife to the husband that you have specifically for me in this lifetime? That's what I think of as a woman, and in the space that I am in preparing to be a wife. You know, I don't care what happens right now on my journey. I am learning to build a deeper relationship with God so that I can really hear God. I can really notice when God is helping me. I can really take heed to the lessons, to the guidance, to the protection, all of that. In preparation to become a wife for me right now is to build a deeper relationship with God and to perfect my different little practices or little skills like sewing, crocheting, being organized. I don't care if that's folding clothes. I hate folding clothes so bad. That's probably the only. I would pay somebody to fold my clothes. I'll wash it, but I can't stand folding clothes. That, like, I don't care what chore, whatever I need to do. It's just something about folding them clothes that it's just not it for me. Okay, like I can't stand it. I just want to throw it in there. I ain't gonna go on no tangent. But I don't like folding clothes. But God continues to show me what I need to do to become a wife. And with asking God to prep me, I have to also allow things to properly flow. Meaning, if I had an old ideology about what a wife looked like, to release that attachment and allow me to grow and evolve and learn and be open to learning new things when it comes to being a wife. And I want to read y'all something from this book, which if you have not gotten it already, I will put it in the description box. It is on Amazon. Shout out to Jasmine Watkins. And get this book, okay? I want to read this to y'all because I want you. This is called The Sacred Office of the Wife, or of Wife. The Sacred Office of Wife. In essence, a godly wife's power resides in her ability to create a nurturing and loving environment, foster spiritual growth, and positively impact the lives of her family members and the community around her. This is so important. When I tell y'all this is so important, there is nothing more important than raising a family. This is why I posed a question on my Facebook the other day, and I was like, as a woman, would you teach your daughter to go for her degree over marriage, or would you teach your daughter to go for marriage over degree? A couple people said degree over marriage, and then I had one or two say marriage over a degree. And I'm gonna sit here and tell you, I don't care what is happening in society, what society thinks that you should do and say, but me personally, I believe it's more valuable to teach a child, or to teach your children, the importance of marriage. There's so much that comes from marriage, and a lot of people like to talk about wealth. Wealth does come from marriage, because if you look at a lot of these big companies like Walmart, a lot of these big companies, big brands, they're family owned. So wealth comes from family, and you can see that in our communities every day. You know, you have Indians, they have the corner stores. I swear, every corner store you see Indians, or Arabs. I'm sorry, not Indians. Some of them do be Indian. It just depends on your demographics, I guess. But Arabs, corner store, you know it's a Arab store. When you go to the store, you know it. That's crazy. You know, when you see a Mexican person, they doing lawn service, they doing construction, they doing it. You see it. I'm missing somebody. Arabs, feel like Indians be owning something, but I can't remember what it is. I see a lot of Indians, well, in my demographics, I see them own like little food markets, little international food markets. They own their stuff. They have wealth there. They be owning cleaners. Little Asian people be owning all the wing spots. I don't even eat meat. But when I used to eat meat, when I used to go in there, I used to see nothing but Asian people. They have all the Chinese food joints in the hood. Why is every other culture, every other family structure inside of the Black community? Why are we the only culture that don't show up in our community? And then when we do show up in our community, we're selling things that's Eurocentric, like weave. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. If you look at other cultures, they literally sell their culture within other people's culture. Like, how you have a whole Indian store dedicated to Indians inside of the Black community? What? That's crazy. How is that even your market? Like, like, how are we there? Like, it gotta make sense. It gotta make sense. And I'm talking about this specifically because us as women, if we're creating these nurturing and loving environments, and we're teaching our children the value of family, and we're teaching our children God, we're teaching our children to go to God whenever they feel low, high, whenever they feel uncertain, whenever they just feel like they're inadequate to do certain things. Whenever we teach our children to go to God, we will really be breaking generational curses. That spiritual growth is so important. And it's shout out to the Crimson Cure. I love her channel so much because she has helped me to also elevate and to understand my community and the true advocating for better women to be accountable and to be responsible for the development of children or these families. A lot of women leave their families for the most craziest things and sit here and call it slave work. How can being a wife be a slave work when you were born and raised to do this? You were designed to do this. We are so traumatized that we think that working crazy hours is normal to our bodies, and it's not. It's actually aging us a lot faster than people think. I don't want to work all the time. And I dang sure don't want to work no 12 to 16 hours a day. No. My body does not work well when I overwork myself. I'm overstimulated. I'm overwhelmed. As a woman, you are not designed to work that long and to work that hard. It's going to take a toll on your body, on your spirit, on your emotions. It's going to take a toll. Whether you think it's not going to show up right now, but in the next 10 years, instead of you looking 35, you're probably going to be looking about 50. Okay? Like, women don't understand it. No, I work out and stuff. Okay, that's fine. Okay. You'll see. You'll see. The wife is called to be a partner and companion to her husband. She is there to support, encourage, and walk alongside him in their journey through life. Her role is imbued with love, devotion, and a profound sense of purpose. As a partner, the wife is called to be the cornerstone of her husband's life, offering support, encouragement, and unwavering love. Together, they are a team. In this partnership, her role is not subservient but complementary, bringing her unique strengths and qualities to the marriage. Can I say that again? In this partnership, her role is not subservient but complementary. I made a post about this. You want to find somebody who is complementary to each other. If you are somebody who struggle with going to the gym, but you want to work, but you want to be better at that, get someone who goes to the gym all the time, more times than you. Do that. If you struggle with discipline, being punctual, be with somebody who is punctual, who's more punctual than you. If you struggle with staying organized, be with someone who is an example of being organized. Not just saying that they're organized or that they're disciplined or that they do this. You need to see them actually doing it so that it can motivate you to do better. Being an example is important, and being complementary to each other and being an example for each other are two different things. And both of those things are needed. Being complementary to each other is so important. So many people, instead of being complementary to each other, they try and be in competition with each other. When you are in union with somebody, you kind of want somebody that's better than you in certain areas that you're trying to gain, or you're trying to grow in. You want somebody that is exceeding more than you in that area, because it's going to motivate you. I do not want to be with somebody when we have the same equal drive. We both barely going. If I'm barely going to the gym, I don't want somebody else who's barely going to the gym. I want somebody who's going to the gym and they be like, you want to go to the gym? I'm finna go to the gym. He ain't even got to ask. He just getting up and going. All right, I'm going to the gym, going to the gym. That should motivate you alone. You see your partner up, getting things done. That should motivate you. In the areas where you lack is where you need someone who succeeds. We want to be equal all the time. I want to be equal with my partner. I don't want to be equal. I want you to show me who you truly are, and so I can take notes on what you're good at and see how we complement each other. And with the areas that I need help in, I'm going to look at you as an example and be like, dang, he is really good at that. And that's how a lot of people can really find their partner too. But a lot of y'all look past that. But I ain't gonna go deep into that. I just wanted to make this video. See, this went a little longer than I wanted to, but I wanted to make this video because I wanted y'all to really understand the importance of preparation and becoming a wife, and listening to God as you are preparing for that. And I wanted to also make this video to advocate for women who still want to be a wife in this crazy society, because we truly do exist. And who just want better for themselves and to look at things differently. You know, people have this mentality that being a wife is slave work, being in a house. Somebody I know, I can't remember who it was, but they were saying that it was a four corner wall syndrome, or 4 wall corner syndrome for being a housewife and all this stuff. And it's really not. It's really not, you know. I think it takes just being in preparation and being open to what that looks like. And it also says a lot about what you do with yourself in your alone time and all of those things. But I ain't gonna go into detail with that. But anyways, y'all, I just wanted to make this video and to encourage someone. If you are thinking about becoming a wife, honey, you are not alone. And make sure y'all stay tuned, because we're gonna be having a clubhouse, opening up the Real Safe Space, and we are going to be talking about, you know, being a wife and being in preparation. We're going to talk about courtship. We're going to be talking about all the things that are going to really bring family back together, and it's going to be a different understanding and understanding of marriage, of building family wealth, and just building family, build a whole new community, all that. So I will be linking that with y'all this week, so be on the lookout for that. And if you don't have a clubhouse, get one. So with that being said, family, I will talk to you all later. Peace. Enjoy your day.